Hello, and welcome to the online web portal for communicating printing requests to Muller Printing at UIndy Copy Center. Today I want to talk about using and setting up Canva templates. We'll review bleed in a half-page file, 5.5 by 8.5, and then I'll show you how I'm going to set up a 5 by 7. So usually when you come to the site, you're either on the home page or you're on your reorder screen. Here at the top in the black bar, this area right here, there is a tab called Templates. If you click that, it'll bring you to where we want to build some templates for you guys upon your request. So one that we've built is a 5.5 by 8.5 flyer. So if you click there, it'll bring you to a blank template where you can start using it. This template has stuff pre-set up, hopefully, but you want to make sure that all these things are checked on. Show rulers, show guides, show margin, show print bleed. If I turn these off, which I have to click one at a time, this is probably what you're used to seeing, is just this, and you go and design. So I'm going to apply this design, which it sets it there. But now I want to turn these on so I can work on my design. So I'm going to show rulers, show guides, show margin, and show print bleed. So let me kind of explain the margin. So the margin is this dotted line here, and that's where you want to keep your text close to. We dragged in these guides like this in this template to these specific spots to show that you can push the text a little bit beyond the margin box that Canva provides you. The outer dotted box is where we will actually cut your file on the piece of paper physically. And then this outer area is what's known as the print bleed. And what print bleed means is you need to, if you have any images right to the edge like this one, you need to pull it out and beyond. If you don't do that, say you order 40 or 400 postcards, we'll have a stack of paper with your printing on it and take it to the cutter. There's just no way they're all going to line up on the various sheets of paper. So we need printer bleed so we can make sure that it looks good after we're done cutting it, or there might be some white edging on a few cards or on some, yeah. So what you want to do is kind of pull out your images beyond that. So that might make you rethink some of your photography or photos you pick. So you want to pull that out. Same thing with any elements. You want to pull those out to the edge if you wanted to design it this way. I've already pre-made two designs for us to look at. This is one that I just made, and it has our crop marks, and it has our printer bleed. It shows where I'm going to cut off, and I'll show you how to export that file correctly from Canva here in just a second. So when we receive this file, we see the crop marks, we know exactly where to cut, and we know we're going to cut it off. So this guy's head, you're not going to see him. He's not that important. What's important is all these word elements and the central focus of the picture is the lagoon or whatever the winterscape is here. But I made one where I pulled in the elements inside the purple. So I pulled all these elements inside the purple to give it a white border look. And with that one, it ends up being like this, and you can see there's more of a white border around it. So there is no printer bleed, but again, you don't want to design your image right to the edge. You want to give us some room so we can balance the cuts, if you will. So how did I get these exported out of Canva so they are correct that way? Well, when you're done designing, you go to download and make sure you hit PDF print, And then there's a checkbox right below it called crop, mark, and bleed. When you checkbox that, it's gonna grab everything beyond this dotted line and add the little marks that you saw on these little marks right here. And that's how you get that to work, so that us as the printer will know how to finish off your job. That's pretty much it for the overview of the template. So now I'm going to go into, well, what if you had something new you wanted to do, a different size? So if you want to do a different size, I'm going to turn these off, and I just want to type in the size I want to do. So we're going to say 5 by 7. I want to go File. I'm in the wrong spot here, guys. New design, there we go. 7 by 5. So that brings me to metal print. It doesn't have to be a metal print, but that's the size I want to use. So if I click on this, it auto-fills it, but I really want to turn on that printer bleed and that margin. And then when I go to download it, make sure it's on PDF print, crop, mark, and bleed. Hold on, PDF print, crop, mark, and bleed, download. When that downloads, it has the crop marks where I want to cut it. And so that's how you can make sure when you do the new design, that's how that works. If you do show rulers and show guides, you can drag in a purple bar, purple guide right in between those two, so you know where you could pull your artwork out to. Any questions for us, please email us at copycenter@und.edu to let us know what templates you would like your help with. Thank you so much.